Hello everyone, welcome to a new video for Ethereum price prediction based on Elliott wave analysis. Starting for the all-time history for Ethereum on the weekly chart, we have a 1, 2, 3, 4 and a 5 impulse toward the upside, finishing wave 1 or wave A. After this wave 1 or wave A, you would like to see 3 corrective waves and continuation toward the upside. However, this did not happen. We didn't took the low. And nothing was impulsive, meaning we don't have a 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4 invalidation was of course interfering with the zone 1. We don't have a leading diagonal. Your wave 5 is longer than the wave 3, meaning as well invalidation, and no double 1, 2s here for continuation for higher, meaning this correction here was very obvious that it is just 3 waves toward the upside, and potentially we're looking for other 3 waves again for lower, as of course it's 3 ways down, 3 ways up, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to finish a structure here, potentially moving toward the upside again in case we are in A, B, and a C, of course, or W, X, and a Y, where we have finished, of course, a structure wave Y and looking for higher prices. Now, if we dive a little bit in other scenarios here, the most possible scenarios for Ethereum is the following. We have finished a wave A here after an impulse, and you're looking for a longer triangle which is sideways, which of course it needs a much more time rather than a lower prices, and that because of course the more time you spend of course in a correction, the less lower prices you get of course in this case scenario. Meaning right now we are of course expanding the time as a triangle. Potentially we are in a wave C right now, we're looking for wave D later on, and then wave E, and then of course continuation towards the upside for a wave C hitting the 1.618 or the 1-to-1 fib level 6,476, which is very nice price for Ethereum, taking the all-time high finally in case this happened, because yeah, 5,000 as all-time high cannot really dive very deep for the basic Elliott wave pattern here that we already know. So the basic Elliott wave pattern gives this possibility that you have finished a wave 1 or a wave A, of course, as an impulse, and you're looking at a typical regular flat, 3 ways down, 3 ways up, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, hitting the 1-to-1 fib level, or 1.05, which is between the 700 and 750. That is a very, very low price. For Ethereum, of course, from 5,000 to 700, this is less almost than the 15% of the price that Ethereum has already reached, which of course reduces the possibility in terms of only psychology. I'm not a moon boy here, but of course in terms of psychology, it is not logic. Yeah, the price from 5,000 for Ethereum, the first altcoin that on the list, yeah, that it moves of course to 700 from 5,000. This is only the psychology about it. Now, therefore, this is a lower possibility. Higher possibility, which is of course higher than the typical one, can be a double 1, 2, finishing here of course a 1, 2, 3, 4 and a 5 for a wave 1, finishing wave 2, and then 1, 2 again. Your second 1, 2 here in the blue scenario is W, X, and a Y, and moving for a wave 3 directly towards the upside from there, from exactly this price. However, this scenario is a little bit low as well, because the wave 2 here has reached only the 0.23. Now, this only happens for Bitcoin, never for Ethereum, but basically, we're looking here at something still corrective at 3 waves. If we hit the 1.38 fib level, 1.618 taken from this wave A, B, and a C for this expanding flat, we might start to see, of course, higher prices. However, the highest possibility in all those 3 scenarios is the triangle. Why? Because, of course, we need, anyway, a longer correction, but we need, of course, still to finish this triangle to move for higher still for a wave C. Meaning this sideways triangle works perfectly for all scenarios, because if we take time to correct, that will prevent, of course, the lower prices that we might have in a typical ABC, which is very, very low possibility based on psychology. And also, if we move directly from 1, 2, 1, 2 here, your wave 2 is 0.23, which reduces the possibility, meaning, of course, the best possibility left is a triangle. Now let's estimate, of course, is this a wave if it is done and finished on the 4-hour chart here. What do we have? So on the 4-hour chart here, we are potentially looking for 3 waves down, 3 waves up. Potentially here, of course, a 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 5. However, if we open our scenario here with the double 1, 2s, as you can see, we have 1, 2 in magenta, 1, 2 again in the white, and 3, 4, and a 5. You're looking for a wave 5 here in the white, finish potentially. And let's say this is your wave 4 in the magenta again, meaning like 1, 2, and then 3, 4, and a 5. So this wave 5 is problematic for us right now, and if we dive a little bit inside it, you can see, of course, that we have a problem with it because as you can see, if you have here a 1, a 2, and then 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, then you got a wave 4 invalidation. Yeah, so the whole impulse got invalidated, meaning this has turned into 3 waves right now and corrective. And once turning this 3 waves, meaning this whole wave here has to be as well 3 waves, corrective, yeah. Meaning, sorry, this 3 waves here, this turned into 3 waves, meaning we have another 3 waves, big 3 waves here. We have to consider this also corrective with an X in between, and here we go, W, X, and a Y, yeah. Now, is our wave Y finished? Well, potentially not. Is this WXY perfect? No, it is not, because if we have a wave zigzag here, or whatever this flat it is, if this one is your Y here, it is very, very big in comparison with your wave W. Yeah. So we have a very, very big wave Y in comparison with the W, which I don't like it. And I prefer, of course, to move with the Z scenario, which we already have before. The Z scenario is something, of course, taken already from here. It can be W, X, Y, X, and a Z, which it might, of course, still need a bigger or longer, I would say, longer correction. Yeah. However, this is a big WXY and a Z. I prefer to keep this as an A or as an W, X, and a Y, and the Y is a WXY and a Z. Meaning this scenario might be unfolding like the same for many crypto today. In this bear market, we see this scenario repeating on many coins and even on Bitcoin, which is W, X, and then we have a potential Y here, ABCY. Let me think about it first. Yeah, it should be Y, X, and a Z. And the X is here. I'm gonna put this actually in the orange scenario. Here we go. So in this way, you get the wave much more nicer, yeah, in proportion, I would say. I'm gonna explain. Meaning if you get W here, you get the X, you get another Y, which is, yeah, perfect as match, is not so bad. And then you have an X and then a Y. Yeah, so this is much more, I would say, stable and balanced waves, right? As W, X, Y, X, Z. And this is where the potential here goes higher for this W, X, Y, X, Z. Now, it doesn't matter what's gonna, did we finish it or not, maybe one more leg towards the downside would be preferable to finish this this wave Z here. Yeah, this is what we're looking for. And because we are not impulsive on the 1-hour chart, as we saw, so potentially after a triangle here, we see even higher prices. That's a little bit like weird price action, right? Because as you can see, invalidation of bearish has been given even after a triangle, yeah? Meaning this is not a triangle, meaning this A and A, B, C, D, E triangle for a wave B and a wave C has been given like that. So let's correct this after this price action, meaning this is an A, B, and a C. Your B is, of course, the triangle here, A, B, C, D, and an E. Here we go. Finishing wave C, and I think this is a 100% one-to-one fib level. Okay, let's take it from the lowest point of the triangle. Here we go. Already passed. Yeah, I think this is already given. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, one-to-one fib level. We're looking for lower. And potentially, we're looking for lower, meaning 3 ways down, 3 ways up, 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. Potentially 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It can be even something like zigzag as well, much more complex. But potentially the targets that we are looking for are the following. Here we go from here. If we take a zigzag wave 1, here we go. We are still looking in between this area, the blue box, and potentially that it move even for lower. Nobody knows. 1-to-1 fib level would be perfect. Now let me check also this 1-to-1 fib level is, I think, is taken from the main. Yeah, here we go from the main. Okay, yeah. So if we are impulsive, this was if we are impulsive, but we are not impulsive. It's time to remove it. I believe that, yeah, it's better to have the confluence between the 1.38, 1.618 for an expanding flat, meaning 3 waves down here, 3 waves down for A, this one, A, B, and a C. And this target has been given, of course, perfectly for 1.38. Now the confluence between the zigzag for a wave Z is this blue box again. So potentially 1,500 or 1,370 can, of course, start our move toward the upside. We cannot expect a move for higher from there. That was it for Ethereum. Thank you for watching. Thank you for your likes and comments. See you in the next one. Bye-bye.